Thornton Township. Let's start here, all right? For those of you that may be living under a rock or may not be familiar with what's going on over in Dolton, Illinois, or Thornton Township, they are very much a sister city, the little sister, the little cousin of Chicago, meaning that this is a very dysfunctional place. This is an incredibly dysfunctional place, all right? It's no place like it on earth. Actually, it's probably plenty of places like it on earth because in every city, in every ghetto, in every town, there's a duplicate of it. We just don't get it front and center to see for ourselves as much as we get to see now, especially in the social media era, right? But last night, Thornton Township supervisor, who also doubles as the mayor in Dolton, Illinois, a small city, held a meeting in the township, and often at times in these township meetings, in these town halls, they give the people an opportunity to speak. All right. In this instance, which I was informed of it literally 3 minutes before we went live last night on After Hours. In this instance, there was a gentleman that came up and he decided to address Tiffany Henyard. And we know that you can't really control how people talk. And he decided to get incredibly disrespectful. And then obvious, a little bit of a skerfuffle decided to break out. So let's let the news break it down because it seems as though that's the safest place for it. And then we'll get into it. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let's rock, y'all.
Breaking right now in the south suburbs, fist fights at a Thornton Township meeting tonight. This was our view from two different vantage points. Leaders are forced to clear the hall and stop working again as the chaos erupts.
In Battle Township, Supervisor Tiffany Henyard made a rare appearance there tonight, getting into the fray herself.
Our Jermont Terry witnessed it all, and Jermont, this happened after several Henyard-supported employees were suspended.
I see you, Jermont. Hold on. Before we get into this show, can we not acknowledge the people that's putting on their Sunday's best in order to bring the news to us? First of all, I see you. I see you, news anchor lady. I ain't never seen this one before. We pretty familiar with all of these different people that's over there in Chicago and New York and Miami and Los Angeles and all across the United States of America. But news lady, I see you. Is this a new one? They got them a new one? Where'd they get this one from? She just graduated? Came from another city? Shout out to her. And then shout out to Big Dog. He said, listen, I don't know if I'm going to church. I'm going to a Thornton Township meeting. But I know one thing. I'm going to put the dive to the side. I'm going to match, put on my pea coat. And then I also got my scarf up under it. That's complimentary. Shout out to the people. Listen, this is how black people used to dress in the 50s and the 60s before they decided to go ahead and fumble the bag and start having a bunch of kids out of wedlock and letting the government break up their families. When they went to baseball games, they dressed like him. I don't have nothing to say negative about the people that put on their Sunday's best and they ain't even going to church. They going to work. All right? We getting uniformed up. It's played out to just be dusty every day. Dusty is played out. All right, let's get back to Thornton Township. We don't want to get distracted because you know how we can get over here on the Millionaire Morning Show, all right?
That's exactly right, Erica. Tonight's meeting was the first in months that they've had here in the township. And it ended with South Holland police getting called in and shutting it down after Supervisor Henyard's boyfriend squared up with someone making disrespectful comments towards the supervisor during public comments. And as you mentioned, it's a fight the supervisor found herself in the middle of, too. As Jedediah Brown finished his public comments directed to Supervisor Tiffany Henyard, he ended with this. You gone. And before Brown could get back to his seat, Henyard's allies, including her boyfriend, Kamal Woods, confronted Brown and punches went flying.
Let me start here. I want to add some additional context into this conversation before we continue. I want to add some additional context into this conversation before we continue. All right? Let me see what's going on here. Yeah, I know. I seen that, Quentin. That's crazy. We're going to talk about it. So he didn't just say you gon' be, and you know what the word be says. He said that she wasn't married. He was calling her out of her name. And I listen, the same way that I was objective in evaluating Vivek Ramaswamy yesterday, I can't take sides when I see degenerate behavior. One person's degenerate behavior does not beget another person's degenerate behavior. I am not a fan of Tiffany Henyard and the way that she has managed Thornton Township or Dalton, Illinois. But I will tell you that I have never seen a person talked to so disrespectful that don't even know you. If somebody come out of the blue that you don't know personally, meaning that they not your sister, they not your brother, they not your friend, you ain't never did business with them, so on and so forth, they don't even live in your city. And then they start calling you all kind of names in a public meeting and they have zero respect for you. I don't tolerate that. I don't even tolerate it when it comes to my platforms, even on after hours where we get some of the most degenerate room 9 people coming in and saying some of the most egregious things that I've ever seen in my life. There are ground rules, and the ground rules is that you don't start to get personal against people's wives, husbands, spouses, children, so on and so forth. You have to have some level of decorum. And I don't know how y'all have gotten to the point to where you become so degenerate to where you can just be that disrespectful and evil because you don't agree with how a person is managing finances, resources, or operating as a government employee. What does that then do for you if you then start to insult? Because even the late, great Kevin Samuels, my friend, says that the minute that you start getting personal, when you having a one-on-one conversation with somebody, especially in person, the minute that somebody start throwing ad hominem attacks, you are the loser of that conversation. And you got all of the other degenerates of the city cheering it on. Again, I am not a fan of Tiffany Henyard in the way that she moves and operates. I have been one of her biggest critics. But at what point do you draw the line and that we have to remain professional and you cannot get up there saying some of the most egregious stuff that don't even have nothing to do with city business? Thorough the executive, you show that you are no executive at all. What's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? Are y'all that degenerate? Are we that stupid? Is this what you want respect for? This is why we will forever be the laughing stock of the world. This is why when you go places, you ask, why are they stereotyping me? Because they expect for you to be a ghetto, ignorant buffoon walking around doing dumb stuff that like you ain't never been taught no home training. See, I don't really care about what you think. The only thing I care about is telling the honest to God truth. This is why you get zero results. And of course, I know you don't care, because how do you start to negotiate with people that's from the streets? You can't negotiate with people from the streets. I can't tell you. So it's some people that's going to justify it and they're going to be like, yeah, but it don't matter because we angry at her and we don't care because she messed up the township money. I'm not talking to you in this situation because I know that you're going to be degenerate no matter what. Hood rats do hood rat things. Hood boogers do hood rat things. Pookie do hood rat things. So this is not for you. This is for the people that actually want to be better and want to be respected and want to move a little bit differently and want the best for their community and want the best for their city and actually want to be a representation of what is good. Because when you see these ghetto ignorant people, this is why they vote the way. This is why she's in office in the first place. Is because these same people exhibit this behavior in every aspect of their life. I don't mess with the trash. We take it out, we throw it in a dumpster, and we forget about it. We let the landfill deal with it. We let their incinerators deal with it. I'm not going to justify trash behavior to people that think like an idiot. When you going to grow up? You up there with a microphone calling somebody a B, calling them out of their name unwarranted, and you not even from there? You ain't even in the city. You don't even pay taxes to that place. You pulled up to a meeting that you wasn't even invited to. As crazy as that sounds. Couldn't live there. Couldn't live there. That's why when I see y'all out and about, When I see y'all at certain spaces in a restaurant, when I start to see too many of y'all inside of the neighborhood, that's my cue to move. Anton, why you want to be around your... that ain't my people. Them ain't my people. My people are people that it don't matter what color you are, know how to handle themselves and know how to have a conversation without it turning into a fight. Those are my people. When I see too many people moving into the neighborhood, I said, you know what? It's time to go. What? I started to see a couple more pit bulls than I normally wouldn't be able to see. I start looking. I start to see Amazon packages disappearing off of the steps. Raise eyebrow here and there. Real talk. Start seeing too many rims on too many cars on the side of the driveway. What's going on over there? Loud music past 10 and 11 o'clock on the street. You still having house parties? I started looking, oh, look. Call Rita over. Hey, Rita. You see what's going on down the street down there? Hey, Les, what you expect? Les drive by. Oh, yeah, Dad, I seen them. They was fighting out. They was what? They was fighting on a what? Call the realtor in the morning, get the for sale sign, time to go. Call the realtor, get the for sale sign. It's time to go. Let's get out while the getting is good. We don't want to be amongst the degenerates. Same thing for white people. See dudes keep sniffing every time that they ring the doorbell, keep asking for things. Hey, can I borrow your trash can? Rita, is that a meth head over there? No, Anton, I don't think he on meth. I think he on meth. Did you see him? His eye sockets is starting to go in a little bit. See the white girl keep on going in and out of her house every day. See too many guys keep pulling up. You think Rita? I'm just like the old folk now. I call Rita. Look how many cars. Look on the ring camera. Look how many cars is going in and out of there. What you think going on? I think she's selling box. I know a box seller when I see one. This is the thing that we decided to get away from when we was in the hood. We know box sellers when we see one. You think she's selling box? I know she's selling box. Call the realtor. Time to get out. Time to go. Time to go. Nope. Time to go. Let's get out while the getting is good. Get out while we got our real estate prices at the top before we can get too many other people in the neighborhood. There's too many people getting money around here. Too many PPP loans around here. Let's continue.
Several men joined the tussle where people threw punches and started kicking.
Look at this
Security
nonsense.
guard tried separating the men. Witnesses say Henyard, who was in the front of the room with the board of trustees,
you don't know what a
ran
box
towards
seller
that
is?
tussle.
Southern
Her
Charm?
intentions
Chat, explain to Southern Charm what a box seller is.
unclear, but she did lose a shoe and was thrown to the ground. This guy in the black t-shirt is Kamal Woods, Henyard's boyfriend. He was also at the center of the trustees' agenda.
I would like to make a motion to put Kamal Woods and William Moore on administrative leave.
Woods was hired by Henyard to run the Township youth program, and many on the board and in the community have questioned the work he and William Moore, another Henyard ally, ever did in Thorton Township. The board placed them on paid leave immediately as investigations into their positions get underway.
Why is it with pay? Because they've been on leave with pay. They haven't done anything relating to what their roles are supposed to be.
Henyard tried keeping the trustees from making the vote and argued placing Woods on leave is nothing more than personal.
No, and this is political retaliation. So again, thank you for the lawsuit, because y'all just picked certain individuals. Y'all didn't come in here do no research, so I appreciate it.
Look at this. Look at
what was
these
not
fools.
appreciated is the chaos residents
Look at these
had to see
fools.
firsthand.
And let me be clear, it was way worse than that. The news is only showing what the news can show, but it was 10 times worse than that. He got off. The boyfriend decided that he wanted to walk up. He didn't realize that it was other ops inside of the place. They all jumped him. It was bad. It was just bad. Absolutely, this dude should not be on the payroll, 100%. I do think that she's been absolutely negligent in managing resources and taking care of business. And I think that when you see all of this cheering and fighting and going on, it is a reflection of the community that they serve. She is nothing different than the people that's in there. Every last one of those people that's in there. All of the ones cheering to get her out. You know what Thornton Township is? You know what Dolton, Illinois is? It's just like your local high school that's in the hood. None of those people inside of there is any better or any different than Tiffany Henyard. I stand on that, and I stand 10 toes down. All of y'all are ghetto. She ghetto. You ghetto. If you are watching this and you in Dolton, Illinois, and you think that this is cute, and you went and you was cheering and you was doing all of the extra, you were part of the problem too. She ain't no different than y'all. That's the reason why she in a position in the first place. You voted for her because you couldn't identify and see through the signs. I think that we just need to throw the whole Dolton away. I think y'all deserve exactly what y'all get. Just watch it from above. Watch it from above and just look at him and see what's going on. I heard that homie, I don't know what his name is, he went live. I don't agree with his behavior either. And y'all just cheering it on. Just cheering it on. Just all in. Yeah, F that beat. No kind of. That's why nobody respects us. Nobody. They don't have no regard for us. They said just let them eat their own. How they operate in these meetings is the same way that we operate in our neighborhoods. It's the same way that we are on the job. It's the same way that we are in our relationships. It's the same way that we are in our voting patterns. It's why it's so easy for them to put Meg Thee Stallion up there in order to twerk while they're in campaign season. We just, children of Israel. Ain't none of them gonna see the land of milk and honey. None of them. Should have just left you in bondage. Should have just left you in bondage. Let my people go. Just horrible. Horrible. Chicago trash. Dolton is trash. Trash begetting trash. Y'all having trash children. Your children trash. Your grandparents was trash. Mama is 37. Grandmama is 47. Daughter is 27. Granddaughter is 17. Everybody trash. It's the whole culture just trash. Just throw the whole thing away. Throw the whole thing away. Good God. Look at that. The only people that ain't black in there was a couple of people, the lawyer, and then the other alderman or city council person that was in there. Everybody else, you leave y'all to your own devices. You can run your own city, got your own police chiefs, all of that stuff. And somehow, some way, it just turns into trash. And then you'll say the system is set up against you. You are the system. Trash. Trash, trash, trash. So, just wanted to hit on that real quick to make sure that we understood what was going on in Thornton Township.